about Tyra Banks. Think about that. It's a little sad.
Okay, that's good.
It's a rock.
A Rocky Doc. Taira Bagley. Haize Honey. Haize and Honey.
Haize and
Okay.
Honey. Hmm.
All right, here we go. All right, 3, 2. Well, from a small batch bakery right here in Arizona to the hands of Hollywood, from Haize and Honey, we have Taira Bagley. This is exciting
Crazy
because your
exciting.
cookie is going to be in the Oscar swag bag.
I'm sweating thinking about
I'm
it.
sweating thinking
I
about it. This is a big deal
know.
for Arizona.
It is, and I feel really proud to be able to represent and give these desserts to people. It's crazy.
It
I'm
is
excited.
awesome. It's not crazy, right? This is something you've worked hard for.
We have worked very, very, very hard. So much effort and time was put into this.
When you think about the Oscar swag bag, I mean, we're talking about A-listers, right?
Hmm.
Any nerves about that?
You know, I would love to say that I'm not nervous, but there's just a little bit. But we've gotten beautiful responses towards these cookies, and people love them. Not to toot my own
Well,
horn,
you should.
but people do say that they are the best cookies that they've ever had. So I'm just hoping that we keep that energy with all these A-list celebrities.
I mean, you will, for sure. I mean, I feel that. I
I
think the
know.
people who are watching along feel that as well. My question for you is because I'm sure we have other business owners who are sitting there going,
Mhm.
wait, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Oh, this happened so fast. It happened so fast. When I found out that this was even a possibility that I could have, I reached out to Lash from Distinct Assets right away. He was so
Isn't he a
kind.
great guy?
He was so
Yeah.
kind, and he really helped me understand the process and kind of feel what was going to happen. He was skeptical.
Oh,
I'm not going to lie. He
how?
was. Well, everyone says that they have the best cookie. Everyone says that. But I sent him a box and he loved it. And that was really validating for myself. And once he found out that we were in the box, I said, okay, let's get to work right now. Let's get to work. So my designer, Max Rossetti, he made all of the art for us. And my mom, she was a beautiful help with packaging all these cookies and all the boxes. We made about, I think, 236 cookies. Yeah, and I still have nightmares about all
Oh
the
my
work. It
gosh.
was so much work, but it was so rewarding. And if I was going to put any amount of hard work into something, it's absolutely this. So,
Oh my gosh. And now, when we are talking about a batch cookie, what
mhm.
does that mean?
So we use the metric system.
Okay.
About one batch of cookies makes 9 cookies. So we had about 36 boxes that we had to produce. So think about the math, right? I do work in a commercial kitchen that I rent, so that was a huge help. But it was a lot of pushing and working from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. and just keeping the strength and
Yeah.
it was a lot, but such a beautiful experience.
I'm going to go personal, okay?
Hmm.
Because you guys, this isn't your only job. I mean, you have what I think most of us would call a 9 to 5,
Hmm. A daytime.
and I don't even want to call this your side hustle because this
Hmm.
is so much more than a side hustle.
Yeah.
So when you say you're basically working around the clock to make this work,
Yeah.
you quite literally are.
Literally. But I'm so happy. Am I tired? Yes. Do I have really bad bags? Yes. But I'm so happy to be able to doing this. This has been a childhood dream of mine.
Really.
Yeah, this is something that I've really wanted to do, and I'm honestly really proud of myself for even pushing myself and doing what I love.
I'm so glad you said that because I
Yeah.
think so often, and I was about to say as women, but I think as people in general,
Hmm.
when something big comes along, a lot of us tend to be almost apologetic.
Yeah.
But you've been so intentional about Haze and Honey
Hmm.
and about now what's happening and what's going to happen. And we'll get to that
Right.
part of this
Hmm.
in a moment. So thank you for just giving yourself permission to say, yeah, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, and we have to do that as women. I feel like women, we put in a lot of work, but we don't always get the credit,
Yeah.
or sometimes we're not getting the claps that we deserve.
Or
And I
we don't ask for that or expect it almost,
exactly,
right?
but I did something big, and I'm proud of it, and I know that the people supporting me are proud of me as well.
I want my daughter to hear that, right?
I'll
I
talk
mean,
to her.
thank
Just
you.
give me her.
I think a lot of people can relate to that
Hmm.
though,
Yeah.
because we don't want to sit back quietly. It's okay. And you know what? Other people will celebrate you too.
Yeah, and you only live once. At the end of
Come on.
this, we all die. So we have to give our all and do what we really want to do on this earth because God gave us a plan. So we need to go through with it.
Truth.
Hmm.
It's so true. So Hazen Honey, is it okay if I share your age?
Yeah, go for it.
26 years old, you guys.
Hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, were you born with this ambition? And then I mean, at what age did you start baking? How did that all come to be?
It's funny. So I do think I was born with the ambition. My mother, she's the hardest worker ever. And my father, I don't think he's taken a sick day in like 11 years. So that, that says something.
Yes.
Um, I wanted to own a bakery when I was a young kid, when I was very small. And I really didn't get into baking until my early 20s, surprisingly. As I was continuing to bake and really hone in on my skills and just gain experience, I was also secretly struggling with an eating disorder. So, at a certain point, I realized, I'm going down a road I don't like, a very deadly road
Yes.
that I was going down. And I just decided to check myself into rehab. And genuinely, I really, really thought that I was going to have to give up on my dreams that I had since I was a small person.
Yeah.
But I'm at this point where I am recovered. And last year in 2025, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm here. I'm good. I'm just gonna take the risk. And it was a really big deal. My best friend Max, he and I really worked to create this world and build something that I think will last. And it's just been a crazy first year of business. Our 1 year is in April.
I'm sorry. Your 1 year is in April.
Yeah.
So less than a year into being into this business venture,
Yeah.
you're going to Hollywood with this.
Mm-hmm.
You should be
Yeah.
very proud of yourself.
I'm proud, but I'm also scared
That's
because you
good.
know
Lean
what?
into that.
I know you have to do it afraid. You have to do it
Yes.
afraid. So I'm not gonna be scared of what people may say or what I may think. I'm just gonna go head first. No stone is gonna be left unturned.
Okay, this is beautiful. And for so many reasons, because how many of us, right, have had this idea? Okay, I want to do something. I've got this idea. I've got this idea. But we don't take that first step.
Right.
What helped you take that first step?
Honestly, I think it was the fact that I did have to go to rehab. I mean, first I met beautiful people there, but there's also something to the idea of you go somewhere you're really giving away your rights.
Mm.
It's rehab. You're under a strict schedule. You don't have the ability to say what it's just difficult.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. And that was such a hard thing that I had to do. And I think realizing that, hey, I could do a really hard thing with this, I can do any really hard thing. That was the worst. Anything else, a piece of cake. I know I can do hard things.
Well, and congratulations to
Yeah.
you, by the way. You had time, I would imagine, to really think about
Right.
what's important to you. You hit so-called rock bottom, right?
Right. Yeah.
So when you're looking up, thinking, okay, God,
Right.
because we had talked about that, you're praying and asking Him.
Right.
That's a question.
Yeah, I stopped baking for about 3 years and I really mourned it. I really mourned it, but I couldn't get myself in the headspace to do it because I was thinking about my eating disorder. And in 2025, I was like, you know what? I'm really going to dive deeper into my faith. I'm going to go to church. I'm going to pray. I'm going to just lean in. And thankfully, I found a beautiful church called Thrive City Church, which is nice. But they just really helped me to connect with God. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead first and believe in what God's plan is for me. And I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. And it's scary and I'm just gonna do it. And it worked out. I'm so glad I did this.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you did too.
Thank you.
So, what makes your cookie so special?
Oh, thank you for asking. They're the bomb. They're the bomb.com. I love them. It took me months to develop this recipe. I went through so many different iterations of this cookie. I gained 15 pounds. Happy with it. I'm okay. I'm
Good.
okay. But the ingredients are high quality. I intentionally chose the process of making this cookie. They take about 24 hours to make.
What?
Yeah, you need to let your dough rest. You need to
Okay.
let your dough
All right.
rest.
Okay.
There's pools of really yummy chocolate on top. There's toffee in it, which is beautiful. So you get little bites of toffee, but also the flavors just intertwined in the cookie. They're just really good. I mean, sometimes people, they make something and they get sick of eating it, but I ate one last night and I was like, wow, this is so good. I can't believe I did this.
Okay. This is
So
so great.
yeah, it's really awesome. So I hope you get to try it soon.
Oh, I'm gonna try one.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no
I'm
pressure.
gonna be forceful about it.
No pressure.
So, all right. I just want to go back to this moment as well. When you first found out that your cookies with Haize Honey were going to be in the Oscar bag, what was that immediate feeling?
I gotta get to work. You know, right
Yes.
away,
Were you you said you were freaking out, but you had to be
yeah.
emotional.
Well, it was kind of a feeling of, I think I'm feeling those emotions a little bit more now. I was so focused on making sure that we pulled this together and it went by so fast. I definitely felt a sense of, pride, and
Yeah.
I was just so proud of
Arizona
myself, and
pride.
absolutely, of course. And I wanted to do really well, and I wanted to represent, and I wanted to represent my family and represent my business partner. And I just wanted to make sure that I really gave it my all. So not necessarily pressure, not pressure in a bad way, but pressure in the way of I just want to kill it
Yeah.
and do my best. And I'm always going to feel that way about anything that I do with Haize and Honey.
And you grew up in Glendale.
No, I'm actually from Connecticut.
Oh, okay. How
Hmm.
long have you been here in Arizona?
Oh, ooh, 13 years?
Well, this is
14?
home.
I'm basically from here.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
this is
is home.
home.
This is home.
We'll claim you and you'll claim us.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay a while.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd say you're pretty locked in.
I know, no leaving. I love Arizona. I think Arizona. If I didn't move here at such a young age, at 13, I think my life would have been totally different. And I think the experiences that I've had here really solidified who I am as a person.
Yeah, it's a great place. Kudos to mom and dad
Hmm.
to build a foundation.
Yeah, it is. There's so many opportunities and there's so many people that you can meet, and I'm really thankful to have been able to really build a team in Arizona that just they support me, and I recognize that I'm in good hands.
So you said there were more than 30 boxes that had to be sent,
Hmm.
and the deadline was when?
There was two deadlines.
Okay.
So the first was last Monday,
Okay.
and the second was last Monday.
All
So
right.
2 Mondays. And we got really started. I have some pictures that I can show you
Oh,
actually,
good. That would be
if you want to
great.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can share those for sure.
But yeah, I mean, we really had about 2 weeks to prepare for this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so when I tell you we pushed. I had a little bit of an attitude for those two
Well, you
weeks. Like,
had
oh my
to.
gosh, yeah, but
That's what a
we
boss lady
yeah,
does. You know,
I think about Beyonce, the Carters song Boss, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm a
I
boss.
feel that.
So yeah, it was a lot. It was so much effort, but I'm so happy about it.
Well, big payoff, right? Big
Yeah,
effort.
big payoff. Yeah, I feel like it.
So when you think about it, I mean, you're going to be, a lot of people are going to be trying your cookies,
Hmm.
right? And as you know this, when it comes to having someone from Hollywood,
Yeah.
you know, maybe even Oprah,
Ooh,
is there someone in the back of your mind? I didn't mean to plant that for you, but I mean, Hollywood's hottest stars, like just one tweet about your cookie, right?
yeah.
Or one mention, or that could really launch you even more so. Is there
Yeah.
someone in particular that you're thinking about who you might secretly, not so secretly, wish
You
takes a bite of that cookie and says, "Oh, I gotta have lots more of those."
You know, the movie of last year that really stuck out to me was Sinners. I
Mm.
think that cast is beautiful. So, I think about Michael B. Jordan, I think about Ryan Coogler, and I'm a black owned business, and I I have a lot of pride in being black. So I would love to see another, group of people that were so devoted to showing the black experience try these cookies. And we'll see. I'll keep you updated.
Please
Yeah,
do.
I'll keep you updated.
I do want to ask you about, being a black owned business. A lot of people don't know really what that means.
Hmm.
What does that mean?
I think for myself, I really respect the Black experience. I really love Black culture. I love being Black. And I recognize, I am a descendant of enslaved people.
Mm.
And I know that what I'm able to do right now in 2026 as a 26-year-old is something that, my ancestors might not have been able to do. So I take it really, really seriously because I know that I'm given an opportunity to do something completely new that might make my ancestors proud. Um,
Might?
I hope. I hope. This started because of my great grandmother. Her name's Hazel, and she was a very big inspiration towards the name and just providing love and the support that my mother needed. And I'm really, really hoping that she's looking down and just
Mm.
is proud of what we're doing.
Do you feel that?
I do. I feel it. There's so many things that happen where I'm like, this only could have happened because of everything that has gone on in my family and in my life, and it just feels really intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're tapping into your roots.
Mm-hmm. And that's
And
important.
yeah, I think that's probably why it feels so organic, you
Yes,
know?
absolutely. This was meant for me. And I know that this is my purpose.
You're giving me goosies like all the way around. So
Oh, okay.
you mentioned the haze part. What's the honey part of the name of your business?
So secret, don't tell anyone,
Okay, we won't tell anyone.
you
Don't tell
know.
anyone either.
There's actually honey in the cookies. And
Oh,
also, H&H. That sounds good.
it does.
H&H, it sounds
It's
good.
good branding.
Good branding. I love honey. I love everything that has to do with these cookies and what came into it. So I will say haze, that's really the word that's like, oh my gosh, there's something there. So like I said, my great grandmother's name was Hazel and my name is Tyra. So combining it kind of makes haze. And we went through a lot of debates on the name, but this is what
Oh, it's
stuck.
beautiful.
I'll keep it,
Yeah.
I'll keep it. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, last question for you. We're approaching Oscars.
Yes.
I mean, it's coming fast.
Very fast.
Okay. Where are you in the gifting suite? Are you in that gifting suite? Are you there to meet with these celebrities? Do you get to see them try the cookie?
We might need to set that up because I didn't
Yeah.
get an invite.
Okay.
I didn't get an invite, but I'm really hoping that maybe some people will reach out and
Yeah.
I would love to send more. There's other things that we're working on. I would love to send more people cookies, but no, unfortunately, I don't get to see them try,
Ooh.
but I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
on social media. I'm gonna stalk a few people because I want to see what happens. But we gotta set that up. We gotta set
All
that up.
right. Well, listen, big things are happening for you. I was going to say big things are going to happen, but I already feel these
Yeah.
great things happening for you.
Thank you. I really
And you've
appreciate
earned
that.
this.
I've worked hard and I'm really excited to see the fruits of my labor. That's such a silly thing to say, but genuinely I do really want to see what happens. I'm just going based off of what doors God is opening for me and I'm just running through them.
Well, you have to let us know.
Of course.
All right, Tyra, thank you so much. Haize Honey, heading to Hollywood. We appreciate it. And by the way, the Oscars, you can catch them right here on ABC 15. We are as excited as you are
Thank
and
you.
as excited as you are as well.